Good YouTube, Quinn Wade. Coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on air forever. And we are going to talk about how the Utah Jazz used a game-winning shot by Keyonte George to beat the Pistons 131 to 129. Now, it wasn't a buzzer beater. It was just the last shot that ended up winning the game because Kay Cunningham made two free throws. The Keyonte George came back and hit that shot, which was like a floater like shot. And then K had a chance to shoot a three. He got it off, but it didn't even come close to going in. So they ended up losing the game by two. The Jazz are now 11 and 19 and 8 and 10 at home. The Pistons fall to 24 and 7 and 11 and 5 on the road. The Pistons did win the first quarter 36 to 33, and the Jazz won the second quarter 34 to 32, the third quarter 44 to 35, and then the Pistons won the fourth quarter 26 to 20 to give themselves a chance to win the game, but it ultimately ended up going to the Jazz. Let's talk about the Pistons a little bit more. Tobias Harris, 16 points in 27 minutes. He was 6 of 13 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3, and 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Everybody in the starting lineup got a rebound or more in this game for the Pistons. Tobias had a good game that was scoring the basketball. You just wish he made more threes. But he also had 4 assists to go with those 7 rebounds and no turnovers, too. He had a steal and 2 offensive rebounds out of the 7, 2 personal fouls and a -5 in plus minus. I like what he was doing. Just trying to space the floor, hit some mid ranges, get to the basket, and look for the easy shots. And it ended up working out for him. Duncan Robinson, 26 minutes, 14 points. He was 5 of 10 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3. He ended up having 4 rebounds and 1 assist, 1 block, no personal fouls, and was a -8 and plus minus. He was efficient from 3. He was efficient from the field. Did a good job helping out on the boards, and did a good job of just spacing the floor and scoring the basketball when he was open for the most part. And Jalen Duren, he only had 11 points, and he only had 4 rebounds. That's a disappointing type of game for him, as good as he has been this season. 22 minutes, 5 of 7 from the field, though, and 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He didn't have a dominant game, but he also didn't have a bad one. He also did have 4 turnovers and no blocks or steals, but he did have 2 offensive rebounds and almost fouled out of this one with 5 personal fouls. And he did also finish as a -3 and plus minus. And then Cade Cunningham had a really massive double-double, 17 assists with 29 points. He was getting to the basket. He was hitting the mid-range. He was hitting the threes. He was getting to the free throw line. They had no answer for him really in this one, and most people hasn't this season and especially last year too. 37 minutes, 29 points, 10 of 19 from the field. He did take the most shots on the team. He also went 3 of 6 from 3 and 6 of 9 from the free throw line. He also had 5 rebounds, 4 turnovers, 2 steals, 2 blocks, showing you his two-way play. And he also had 3 personal fouls and was a -1 and plus minus. And then Asor Thompson, he ended up getting the only guy to not score in double figures and points off in the starting lineup. He ended up playing 16 minutes and had 8 points. He was 3 or 4 from the field, 2 or 4 from the free throw line. He just never had the ball a lot in this game and never had a lot of chances in this one because a lot of other guys was making shots and getting open better than he was. He also had 6 boards, no assists, 3 turnovers, and a steal. He also had 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and was a -15 and plus minus. Paul Reed came off the bench for only 4 minutes. He missed all his shots, but he did get 2 rebounds and an assist and 2 blocks. He also had 2 offensive rebounds, which was all of his rebounds tonight. And he had no personal fouls and finished as a +3 and plus minus. Isaiah Stewart, 26 minutes for him. He had 4 points. It was 2 of 7 from the field and 0 of 2 from 3. He also had 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 3 blocks, 2 offensive rebounds, and 4 personal fouls, and was a -4 and plus minus. Didn't score a lot when it comes to efficiently, but he did take a good amount of shots for the minutes that he played. But he also did a good job on the boards and protecting the rim and just making good plays on the ball in general. Rondo Holland played 19 minutes. He had 11 points. He was tied for the most off the bench with Karis LeVert and Jaden Ivey. But he went 4 or 6 from the field, 3 or 4 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds, which was the most off the bench. He also had 3 assists, and that showed you all the things he was able to contribute off the bench was all good to see. He also had one personal foul, was a +8 and plus minus. I mean, if you're going to score efficiently and do all the little things too, you're going to be happy with that if you're a Pistons fan or organization. Javonte Green helped too. 20 minutes, he was efficient. 3 of 6 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3. Finished with 8 points, which is a good amount considering that he played 20 minutes. He also had 2 rebounds and 1 assist, 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and a -7 in plus minus. Karis LeVert was able to go 3 of 5 from 3 and 4 of 6 from the field to get 11 points. He played 20 minutes. He had 1 board, 4 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 personal foul, and a +13, a plus minus. They're going to leave you open for 3. Might as well take it. It was the hurt in that, and he ended up hurting them more than he ended up missing. And then Jaden Ivey finished with 11 points. He had the same thing. We'll leave you open. But then he went 3 of 3 from the three-point line and 4 of 5 from the field. In 14 minutes, he also had 4 assists and 1 turnover and a block. And he had no personal fouls and was a +6 and plus minus. And then Jenkins, same thing happened to him. You're open. You can take it. Then he went 2 of 4 from 3, but he only went 2 of 7 from the field, which is bad. And had 9 minutes played, and he had 2 assists and a turnover. But he did also get those 3 steals in the game, which was really good. And he had 2 personal fouls and was a +3 and plus minus. And then you look at the Utah Jazz, the team that ended up winning it. They didn't play as many people as the Pistons, but they also have a lot of guys that's out too. Lauri Markkanen ended up dominating this game. 38 minutes, 30 points. He did go 8 of 18 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3. Had some layups in there, had some pull-ups in this game. Was able to draw contact and get to the free throw line and shot 10 of 10. So he took care of business there. He also had 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal. 1 offensive rebound, 4 personal fouls, and a +7 in plus minus. Good game from him. He's been basically really good all season, and that continued tonight. Yusuf Nurkic did the best he could with his ground-bound self. 32 minutes, 16 points, 6 of 9 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He finished the game with a double-double and had 5 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 4 offensive rebounds, and 4 personal fouls, and was a +13 and plus minus. Man, he just put a lot of effort. He tried hard, he played hard, and he tried to do as much as he could to help this team and end up helping to win this game. Steve, 21 minutes, 9 points, 4 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Every body in the starting lineup ended up getting a rebound or more. For the Jazz, he also had a steal. Everybody had a steal or more in the Jazz starting lineup too. Steve ended up having also 1 offensive rebound and no personal fouls and was a +20 and plus minus. If you open, take the shot. That's all he had to do, and it worked out for him. Keyonte George, he kept finding ways to get a little space in a little room and using his fast, quick ability to get to wherever he wanted to on the court. Then it was about, can he make the shot? Well, he made more than he missed. He went 12 of 22 from the field, 5 of 10 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and had 31 points. He also had 7 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, and a block, 3 personal fouls, and a +10 in plus minus. And Ace Bailey, 11 minutes. He went scoreless and was 0 of 2 from the field. He had 2 rebounds, 1 steal, and a block, 1 offensive rebound, and no personal fouls, and was a +5 in plus minus. That's just a bad game when you can't score a point. But he's a rookie. He's going to have ups and downs. He's going to have games where he comes and goes, and the season is long, so you just hope that he can bounce back and have a better game whenever he suits back up. And then Kevin Love gave them another good game off the bench. He played 16 minutes and had 14 points. He went 3 of 7 from the field, but 3 of 5 from 3, so that was great. Because on top of that, he went 5 of 5 from the free throw line. He had the most rebounds off the bench. Everybody off the bench had a rebounder more. He had 5. He had 3 assists, 2. And he also had 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and was a -11 in plus minus, and just had a great, fantastic game. Kyle Filipowski played 11 minutes, but he went 1 of 4 from the field and 0 of 2 from 3. So he finished with 2 points. He also had 4 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 offensive rebound, and no personal fouls, and was a -9 in plus minus. Taylor Hendricks, 4 minutes. He ended up having no points because he didn't take a shot or a free throw. He also had 1 rebound, 1 assist, and a block. And the rebound he had was offensive, and no personal fouls was committed by him. And he was a -1 and plus minus. And then Bryce Cinnabog, he's came off the bench and scored the most points with 20. He's been really productive for them when he comes off the bench or starts. And he ended up going 7 of 15 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. When you have numbers like that, you're going to have to take that, and especially coming off the bench. He also had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 turnovers, and 2 steals, 2 offensive rebounds, which was all his tonight. And he also had 3 personal fouls and was a +1 and plus minus. And then Isaiah Collier, he can rack up assists, he can attack the basket, but he also made a 3, 1 of 2 from 3, 3 of 6 from the field, 9 points in 29 minutes, 1 rebound, 9 assists. He did also have 5 turnovers in this one, but he also got 2 steals and a block, and 3 personal fouls is all that he had in those 29 minutes, and finished as a -18 and plus minus. And then Walter Clayton Jr., 9 minutes, he missed his only shot, which was a 3. He also had 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 block, 1 personal foul, and was a -7 and plus minus. At the end of the day, comparing these teams, the Utah Jazz went 44-90, 49% from the field. They took 2 less shots than the Pistons, who took 92, but the Pistons made their shots at 52%. They shot better from the field than the Jazz. The Jazz did shoot worse from 3. Also, they went 18 of 38, 47%. The Pistons shot 1 less 3 and shot it at 49%. The difference was the free throws. The Jazz went 25 of 26, 96%. The Pistons went 15 to 23, 65%. And you can make an argument that's how they ended up losing this game. The Jazz also had 42 rebounds. The Pistons had 41. The Jazz had 35 assists. The Pistons had 38. Both teams had 17 turnovers. The Jazz had 12 steals. The Pistons had 11. The Jazz had 8 blocks. The Pistons had 10. The Jazz had 13 offensive rebounds. The Pistons had 10. 29 defensive rebounds. The Pistons had 31. 23 personal fouls for the Pistons, 20 for the Jazz. Close game, could have went either way. Highly competitive. Both teams were stepping up. Cade was the best player on the court, but Lauri Markkanen was able to get buckets just like he was able to do. And then the guys like Keyonte George was the difference. He stepped up when it mattered. He stepped up consistently throughout the game. The Jazz was able to get 2 good stops, and then they forced Cade to take a tough shot, and that tough shot was a shot he couldn't make, and it wasn't really a good look. And that ended up being another good defensive possession by the Jazz, and that's all they had to do besides stay consistent. And after they did that and got their good defensive stops, they was able to close out the game against one of the best teams in the NBA, and they got the win. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. I also do conversation videos just like this, but about different topics about basketball and NBA only. Also do breakdowns of real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and also future stars. Also do mock draft and draft covers too. I also have over 4,000 videos already on my channel that you can watch right now and enjoy, and it's all for free. And on top of that, I also try to make videos every single day throughout the day to give y'all something to watch and look forward to when it comes to basketball NBA content. Not only that, thanks for checking out the channel. Thanks for staying loyal. Thanks for staying on the channel and appreciating the content for what it is. Thanks for showing love and respect too for me and my analysis. And thank y'all for all the people that's still been a fan for all these years. Or if you're a new fan, thank y'all for supporting the channel or even checking it out in the first place. Other than that, y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all hopefully later today with more analysis.